Hey guys, Savage Joy here with Real Progressive. Sorry I'm running a little late. I am going to type my info in while you guys join. So I've been doing this for a few months. It's my week in review. So just waiting for a few more people to join. It's really crazy every single week when you're in the presidential primary period, essentially. It gets kind of crazy regardless. Hi, guys. So, yeah, it's been, I've been on Twitter a lot because, well, frankly, I have I'm going on 9,000 followers there, and on Facebook I have like 800. So it's just I can reach more people on Twitter. But Twitter is kind of like my main source of, where I find out what people are talking about and such. And there's one of the things that's blowing up today is there's some thing going on in California, some DNC thing. And people from all the campaigns are there, and each person is giving a few, like a 5-minute speech about whatever, and so on. And when there's video of it, I shared it on Twitter. And when Bernie came on the stage and started talking, Kamala's people decided to stand up, walk out, and start chanting about how much they love Kamala. Disrespectful as hell. I mean, that is so disrespectful. Like, literally in the middle of him speaking on stage. Just all stood up, walked in a line. It wasn't even rude. It was disrespectful. Can you imagine if Bernie supporters did that to Kamala? Dude, sexist, racist, it would be bad. Like really freaking bad. But thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'm just like, none of you guys must need healthcare because your girl is totally cool with giving, changing literally nothing, saying it'll take 10 years to implement, and for profit insurance will still be involved, and it's praised by the woman who drafted Obamacare and all this stuff, and you're okay chanting her name, and you're so proud of her. Well, you're privileged. It's that simple. If you can decide to just walk out and not listen to the person who's busting his ass to save the environment and reform criminal justice, the things that your girl actually caused to happen in California. Bernie's trying to rectify all the damage that she did. Bernie has actually released 3 hugely significant pieces of legislation this week. He did his criminal justice reform plan, which is just, it covers everything from having, your arrests from cannabis expunged and getting out of jail, from being able to have a federal job guarantee, to ending cash bail, to ending the death penalty in all states, to I mean, it's literally a breakdown of everything. Some of us are disappointed, however, that it does not address sex work. So we are disappointed about that, because we, many of us feel that it should be decriminalized and made legal. I think I have a theory of why that's not in there, and it's because I think the oh my God, he's such an old creepy perv thing, would detract from the fact that there are so many incredible things in there. But yeah, so he came out with that. He came out with legislation to double unions by the end of his first 4-year term, and also to get rid of right to work laws in all the states, to have a minimum of 15 per hour federal job guarantee, the right to sue your workforce, the right to picket your work and not have ramifications. It's literally like the absolute plan for anyone who is a blue collar worker, especially. It's like, you can tell he wrote it with union members. It's really obvious. So that was his second thing this week. And then his other thing is his new revamped Green New Deal, which is an all-encompassed version with so many things added in. But again, the federal job guarantee is in it. And I think it's gross that now there's 23 presidential candidates, and you've got one supporting a federal job guarantee. How in the hell are you going to say, oh yeah, I support Green New Deal, and not support a federal job guarantee? It goes along with it. Furthermore, how are you going to do all these steps to combat climate change in 10 years unless you have a federal job guarantee? It's literally not possible. It's impossible. So as far as, you have, the Warren clan, like, oh, she has a plan for that. Yeah, no, she kind of doesn't, because her plans are so watered down and pathetic that people just say, oh, she has a plan for that. Well, guess what? She ran for re-election of Senate 9 months ago, and she didn't have any of these plans. So now what? Now she's suddenly inspired. Okay, well, like, you just have to look at them when people say, oh, they're the same. It's just we get a woman if we vote for her. Well, here's how you break it down. You take, okay, let's see. So she talks about, I'm going to tax millionaires. Well, actually, what she's doing, if you read the bill, it states that she will start taxing at 50 million. 50 million, if you research it, it shows the majority of millionaires are under 50 million. That being said, what the hell is that going to do? That's you're talking about, oh, tax the rich, I'm so amazing. No, you started at 50 million. So that's not going to do shit. So it's things like that. Or you take Bernie's housing project is ridiculously amazing. His bill, it would put a cap on rents, which is the number one thing that needs to happen, especially in California. And then you take Warren's, who is, it'll go down in rent 10% within 10 years. Fabulous. And, so when you actually look at the bills, people think, oh, she has legislation. Well, she drafted something that didn't exist until she announced her plan, or her run. And furthermore, when Bernie proposed these things, she didn't even co-sign. So not only did she not have them on her platform before, she didn't co-sign them when Bernie actually came up with the legislation within the past 3 years. There's a list of things. So I know people love to think she's so progressive and she's just like, oh, just like Bernie. Well, not so much. And the fact that the MSM is propping her up is honestly just all I need to know. When you have, people on CNN and MSNBC saying, oh, yes, yes, this is so awesome. Oh my God, yes, Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, that's a problem. Your girl's a little, that's not very progressive. No, Steven, I think you came in late. I was talking about Bernie's criminal justice reform bill, and a lot of us wanted it to address the not just making sex work legal, but decriminalizing it. And we were saying it's not in the bill, which disappointed some of us, but I was just giving my perspective as to why I thought it was not in there. But in any case, yeah, so Warren is definitely still, unfortunately, kind of, rising in some of the polls. And, the first few months, it was like she couldn't get above like 6-7%. And I had no fear. But then all of a sudden, oh, someone has a vagina and they're progressive. Oh my God, oh my God. And everyone had to start flocking to her. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind she's in this to spoil for Bernie. She has met with Hillary since she announced. She has hired Hillary's staff. She has met with CAP numerous times, which is Neera Tanden, who organizes Stop Bernie meetings. It's pretty obvious she's not here to help progressives. Let's put it that way. So I don't know. I wouldn't say I fear her, but I fear that people are falling for her shit. Let me just say that. Sorry guys, just scanning the comments. So another thing that's going on right now is Tulsi is being blocked out from the debates. Not surprising. We went through it. We're going to go through it again. The DNC does not want anyone who criticizes them, period. Just anyone who criticizes the DNC, they don't want. So essentially what happened is they've been using these polls since day one. They've been using Emerson and all of these sites to do these polls for months. Yet all of a sudden, they're not going to use them to count anymore. So Tulsi has enough money, and she had enough in the polls, but now they're saying some of those polls she had enough in are not admissible because they're not qualifying polls. Granted, they were until now. So, people are, flipping out about it because it's this thing where, special rules always just kind of come up. And they said from the start that there wouldn't be more than 20 people allowed to debate. Well, we're at like 8. So it's not that there's too many people and they're saying you missed your chance, you didn't hit it in time. They're just saying no. And I mean, it's bullshit. I'm Bernie all the way. Like, but still, it's the fact of the matter that, you know, the special rules bullshit. So sorry guys, just looking at the comments. So yeah, as far as Tulsi goes, there's definitely a big divide as far as Bernie supporters and Tulsi supporters. And it's becoming more and more apparent, especially on social media. It's getting heated, it's getting pretty ugly. And it's not just trolls. It's with people, you know, who have been progressive family for years, like since 2015. So, you know, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts. A lot of people think that Tulsi will drop and um, endorse Bernie. I don't know. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. As far as Tulsi, I've been watching her, you know, her interviews and speeches as of late, and she is talking about UBI and automation, which I'm, you know, kind of reminds me of Yang. So I'm like, okay. And then I saw a picture of them together, which means nothing. It's just my mind, you know, thinking of things. I'm being analytical. Um, and I'm like, okay, so is she going to drop and endorse Yang? Honestly, I could see it. I hope that's not the case. Because, well, you guys know. Yeah, no. I'll pass on Yang, as many people will. But some people swear that Tulsi is going to drop and be Biden's VP. This blows my mind because I have a lot of issues with Tulsi, but in what way would she drop and be VP of Biden? I need to know this. Like, I really need to know this because the DNC doesn't want her on the debate stage, but they're going to let her be a VP. Come on. Seriously? I don't understand where people are getting this. Now, she has been defending him, and it's been pissing me the fuck off. So yeah, there's that, but I don't think that means she's going to be his VP. I'm not sure what it means, but yeah, that's kind of crazy to me. So yeah, it's I agree, Robin. That would be, I don't know. I mean, the only other person I could see her endorsing would be Yang. And if she did, it would be just such a joke. Mary Kay, that would be hilarious. Mary Kay said that she thinks Warren may be Biden's VP. That would be so funny, and I could see that. But my gut from just kind of from the get-go feels like Warren and Kamala are just, I don't know, like I've seen them interact together and I don't know. Rebecca, I was trying not to go there. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, look, I'm going to break it down. I try not to think about this because I will cry in the freaking fetal position. This is a promise. Okay, so, you know, you have till January 31st to enter the presidential race. January 31st. That's a problem. That's a really freaking long time from now. And that being said, uh, HRC may be hanging in the whims there. She okay, so here's what's bananas about HRC. Well, one of the things. So you have she met with Warren, Biden, Buttigieg, Gillibrand, Beto. She literally met with like everyone except Bernie. Um, and I'm like, okay, so to me, what this seems like is she legit has a top two with like it's like Big Brother. She's playing a game. It's like she has a top two with every fucking candidate. Like it's bananas. Like, why are you meeting with every single candidate? It's gotta be so. Can I be your VP? Like, and the only reason she would be VP for Kamala is because although she wouldn't be first woman president, she could say, well, I'm first white woman vice president. I think that's the only way she'd be comfortable with anyone else getting first woman would be Kamala, because she'd be able to rationalize it. But yeah, like she's gonna be in there somewhere. I mean, whether it's Secretary of State again or I don't know, but she's not gonna let this shit go without having some say. She's oh my god, yeah. I will absolutely cry in the fetal position. But speaking of Hillary, ain't that some shit about Epstein? Because this has been going on for decades. And I mean, we've known about Bill Clinton and Epstein for over 20 years. But guess when it starts to matter? Guess when he gets arrested? When someone named Trump gets involved in the mix. Oh, Trump's name is in there. All of a sudden we care. Now let's arrest him. And it's I'm sorry, Jeffrey. I know. Well, damn it. I'm miserable. Now you gotta join me. I can't help it. Like, this isn't my mind just is so jacked up with like all these plausibilities. I drive myself mad. Um, yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing when you look at Bernie's rallies from the past few days. I mean, we're still like having to do overflow rooms because he'll have like room for like 4,000 people, but there's more than that. So he has to give a second speech. Um, we have over 1 million volunteers. So they're trying really, really hard to make it seem like we don't matter. And it works with some people. It does get to you and you start feeling defeatist. And I get that. Lately especially, I get it. Jacqueline, I totally agree with you. I'm not sure what I said. Um, but in any case, yeah, I saw Rob's comment. The Koch brother, one of them did die today, which was interesting. It was not. I know that the world is waiting for Kissinger. We're hoping that he's next. He's been on death's door for like 25 years. I made a post that I knew would get some people pissed off, but I said, if there is a God, I think he or she is gonna coke block that douchebag today because he's not going to heaven. Yeah, they're that's the thing. They disrespect Bernie completely all the time, yet they copy his every move. So, yeah, I agree, Mary Kay. We definitely, and what I've been doing is, my mom is 74 and she lives in a like a senior living building, and I've been giving her information to share with the people she lives with, in her building, because I tell her, Mom, like, these people, like, they need to get involved because they're literally going to cut their Social Security. They're going to cut their Medicare. These people can barely live on what they make now, barely, and they just don't pay enough attention. Some don't vote, and some just vote blue. So people really need to understand that, it's a lot of it is voting against your best interest, and it's just not good. If you're getting Social Security and Medicare for all, and you're talking about Biden, who said that they can be cut, that's a problem. So people need to be more educated in who they're supporting. But I absolutely agree that it's difficult because a lot of them aren't online. My mom doesn't have a cell phone. She's never touched a computer in her life, ever. She wouldn't even know how to turn it on. So everything she knows is from MSM and then what I correct her with. Because she'll be like, okay, now I saw such and such. And I'll be like, Mom, okay, here's what is actually happening. And she'll literally write it down. She has a notebook. And then she'll share it with the people she lives with. I'm not kidding you. It's really cute because, I was never political my whole life. And, we always voted, but that was it. And so seeing my mom kind of get more interested as I have as well is pretty great. And she's always like, I'm so proud of you with your TV show. Um, um, yeah, you know what, Laura? That is such a great idea. I was thinking of that. That is such a great idea. Laura said that maybe we should start thinking about organizing, things at senior centers, nursing homes, things like that. There are places who they will take them to vote. They have vans. Like my mom's place has a van, and they will take you to the polling place. They go back and forth all day. Wait, what happened? Ruth Bader Ginsburg, what about her? I must have missed it. Now I'm gonna Google what happened. Did she fall again? Oh, she has pancreatic cancer. That's rough. That's really bad. Oh man, that's awful. Wow. That really sucks. So on that note, what do you guys think about term limits? Like, I guess this is kind of one of those things that's just, you think, okay, well, she's the one that people seem to like, that sometimes, does agree with things we support, and then if we're without her, then it's screwed. So what do you guys think about term limits? Because I've had candidates that I've interviewed say that they fully support it. And then Beto came out, and Buttigieg, both came out and then stated that they would like to have like 10 judges, and have it be 4 Dem, 4 Republican, and then 2 with votes, like 2 decided by voting. And I'm thinking, why would you automatically give 4 seats to Republicans, though? I don't understand why. I mean, that, especially like if you put that into law and then the Dems do actually gain control again, you're still giving the opportunity to 4 Republicans to have those seats. Like, it doesn't make sense. Some of those bills they're proposing are like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, that sucks, you guys. I agree. That's rough. Yeah, I agree, Lance. Lance said we need a constitutional amendment. Well, Jeffrey, that's the thing as well. They're supposed to be impartial. Of course, that doesn't happen. Yeah, Rob. Rob said each should be given a single 10-year term max. I'm down with that. Like, I am legit down with that. I see no problem with that. Yeah, Laura has a good point. Bernie has a plan to kind of switch everyone around, which I like. They're politicians in robes. Absolutely, Lance. You're absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. I agree with all you guys. All you guys have really good points. Yeah, absolutely. You guys are right on, as always. I, I, my mind is blank. I can't think of anything else that's going on this week, which is just ridiculous. Oh, but last Saturday I had my Pelosi debate. Pelosi did not, show up or have respect enough to decline. So she didn't show up, but I did hold the debate with the 3 Democratic president, or the 3 Democratic candidates running against Pelosi. We had a good debate. It was a little over 2 hours. There were a bunch of articles written about it. I shared it on my Twitter. It went quite well. So definitely check that out. It's on YouTube. So yeah, we talked about Coke. Yeah, Rob, absolutely. I've thought of that as well. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, I did a poll online. RP did a poll online after the show, and just said like who won the debate, and Shahid won. So but yeah, check it out. See who you guys like the most, and follow them and support them and everything like that. Definitely something I do not say nearly as much as I should is definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are slowly trying to get away from Facebook, but we have 123,000 followers on here, and we have like 7,000 on YouTube. So we got to get those numbers up. So even if you guys subscribe and still watch on here, that's okay. But we still need to get those numbers up because we need to support independent media. So thank you guys so much for watching. I have some good shows coming up next week, but I'm waiting on the actual days. But thank you guys so much for watching as always. And happy birthday to my husband. I'm taking him to New York City tomorrow for the day, and I have 2 surprises booked, and he has no idea what they are. So yeah, I'll be able to relax a little tomorrow. So, but thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys next week. Much love.